is squirting out the islands as we pass by. The hot spot currently under the Big Island. So that's where our hot volcanoes are. We got Science City up here. You can get pretty close to Science City. The summit's right next to it. But these are privately owned and government owned. Some of the finest telescopes on the planet. Some of the biggest telescopes. The largest solar telescope on the planet here on Haleakala. A lot of great weather equipment and scientific measuring equipment. They have a big measuring device that shoots a laser and measures massive distances. They can shoot a beam from the top of Haleakala to the moon where they've placed a mirror, and they can measure that distance within 2 feet of accuracy. Kind of pretty cool. I don't know. It's kind of like a rainbow phenomena. We have a lot of cool rainbow phenomena out here on Maui and the Hawaiian Islands. We actually have one called a moonbow, and when we get a full moon, sometimes we'll get rainbows or moonbows at night. All the colors of the rainbow just muted a little bit by the light of the moon. I call these sundogs. Not a full rainbow. We also see full rainbows that are complete circles, sometimes massive, and sometimes two rainbows around the helicopter, because we're flying at the right altitude where we can see the whole rainbow. Usually you're on the ground looking up, you can only see part of the rainbow. But from here we can see the whole rainbow. It's pretty fantastic. I've also seen entire valleys filled with a rainbow, but maybe just one color, so the whole valley is red, or the whole valley is yellow, and as you pass by it changes colors. That's pretty cool. This one's getting close to that. Now it's getting really wide spectrums of light. It's really cold up here. If you guys get a chance to go to Haleakala, to the summit, you'll want to bring some really warm clothing, because it'll get in the 30s and 40s, maybe even colder. It did just snow up here this last storm too. Melted off in the day, but it gets a little warmer in the daytime, maybe in the 40s and 50s. But remember, you're at above 10,000 feet. So very, very cold. 8 climate zones on Maui. Starting to see the north rim of Haleakala. Now, the large depression at the top of Haleakala, we call it a crater, but technically it's a valley. It was carved out by water and wind erosion. It's not like Haleakala blew its top off, but it was carved out by all that wind and rain and water. And the crater itself is about 6 miles long and 2 to 3 miles wide. There's a 12-mile hiking system. You can hike around the entire crater. You can even stay the night up here in some very rustic cabins. It can be reserved on the Haleakala National Forest or National Park website. Very moon-like surface. Moon-like surface at the bottom of the Haleakala Valley. In fact, NASA used this area as a training area for the lunar landing. The clouds building up all over on the other side. And got the Ko'olau Gap on that side, that big gap right there in the crater wall. Got the clouds building up and making their way into the crater. On this side we have the Kaupo Gap. So Kaupo, Ko'olau.
May it be an evening star shine.
You see the Pu'usa line in a linear fashion right down the middle of the valley and down the other side to Hana. So that rift goes all the way over the top of Haleakala and down to Hana the other side. I'll do a turn here too, Marcus. Get you a good shot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Will be true. You
Nice sweeping view of Mauna Kea, Big Island, Hawaii,
oh, how far
and Mauna Loa. There's snow. Kaho'olawe. Science City at the summit. Not a bad view. We'll make a left-hand turn here down towards Mauna Nui, and if we're lucky, it might be full of water today. It was earlier. All our waterfalls completely dependent on rainfall, but as we make our way around to the windward side of the island, we'll see more and more waterfalls. You do see a haze out here, kind of a smoky layer. That's off of the Big Island. Because it has active volcanoes, we have a phenomenon called fog. So it's like a fog, but it comes from the volcano. And it can actually have a significant amount of toxins. So on the left side of the island, as we're looking at it, some of the cleanest air on the planet and some of the dirtiest air on the right-hand side due to the volcano. Descend down the Kaupo Gap, and there's a hike here that you could actually do up the Kaupo Gap, off of the Pialani. The Kaupo. That's some wind coming out of the valley. More rainbows up in Kaupo on the left. So this big valley in front of us here, this is called Mauna Nui. And generally it's pretty dry, but after this last rain, filled some of the waterfalls up. In the back, we've got a nice little rainbow trying to form off to the left. This might become a complete circle, if we're lucky enough. Not sure if there's enough moisture, although you're getting a little bit of moisture on the windscreen. Enough sunlight, maybe not enough moisture though. Mauna Nui Valley. Mauna Nui Falls. Looks like we got 5 or 6, maybe as much as 8 waterfalls in the back here.